Welcome to Behind the Pencil. I'm your hostess, Sophia, the intern. And today we're gonna explore some designs for props and some character colors for cat facts. So here I'm going over a couple designs for the main book that she's going to be holding, which is why I'm putting a little bit more thought into the cover and making it look, a little more cutesy. And I have it from a couple different angles just in case we need them. So what does the inside look like? And it's going to be pretty much plain text, but maybe with a couple images. And these designs were done pretty much right after the initial pitch, so we were still feeling out what is this project about really, and what is it going to look like? So none of these are the final designs, but just feeling out, what does this world look like? How do we make it cute and fun? And this project was actually pretty fun for me because I am not primarily a character designer. I like to do it for fun, and I've done it for a few assignments, but I usually lean more into storyboard and animation, how I want to make things move, but that's not what we're doing today. It's too early for that, so we're just feeling out what do objects in this world look like, because this takes place in a library which has a million objects, and I only covered a few, as you'll see, but this is just the jumping ground, just the initial pitch. And here I just kind of chose random colors, to be honest. I always lean towards really bright, very saturated colors, which is my personal thing, but really cat facts we discussed, and we were thinking more of a cozy colors like neutrals and very warm tones. And you'll see here as I attempt a background, and then I scrapped it, and that I feel that really represents the art journey, really. You'll see a lot of that here, where you just have an idea, and then, it's not working. Don't be afraid to start over, You don't always have to commit to the final thing. Sometimes it's just better to explore just multiple different ideas than just focus all your energy into one thing. And here I'm starting to think of what other props other than books and shelves can I put in. So I did a couple bookmarks, and I did another shelf. This one has a little bit more character to it, which I liked, but I don't think it fits the library vibe. It is very home office type shelf. And there I did a computer, because this is a modern library and we have technology. And then I did another shelf with a globe on top because I'm just trying to think of what other decor a library could have. And here I'm just doing, the line art again. And I'm using the same brush that I sketched with. It really doesn't matter. Just because this will be vector, I tried to stay away from pencil brushes, at least for the props, just to get it a clean look and get it closer to looking how it could look in the final background. And I'm using a pretty thin brush too. So one thing that's interesting that you're about to see here after I finish the liner is that I put in a gray background for each prop. And what I do is I select the background and make sure that my line art has no gaps, and I invert the selection and I fill in with on a separate layer. So that way when I color, I don't have to worry about, me going outside the edge, or I don't have to manually color in everything, because that can get messy and it takes time. And the very last thing I like to do is actually change the color of the outline. So instead of black, I like to change it to a darker version of the main color, and that just helps to soften the look, and it really ties it together and makes it more cutesy. And here we are gonna start going into the colors of our kitty librarian. And these were the first sketches of her, so this was done right after the pitch, and this is before turnaround. So I'm just tracing over the work that I was given, just to get a feel for it, because this is really the first time I was drawing her, and she's so adorable. And what I do later is that I try to, while referencing what I was given, try to make a front head-on angle, because that wasn't really in the original sketches, as you see here. And as you'll notice, it's pretty off model of what the final looks like, and that's okay, because the main point was not to design her. The main point was just to explore different color combinations, and this is just, a simple base for me to start on. And I know before that in the last drawing, I said I was using a pen brush to make it, look like a vector line. And here, I went the complete opposite. I used a pencil chalk brush. But it ultimately doesn't have a huge effect on what the final looks like, because, this one is just colors focused, as we'll get into soon. And I'm just doing the line out here on a separate layer, of course, and trying to get as nice a line as possible. Especially for the head, as you saw, I didn't do that in one stroke. I did multiple strokes, but I made sure that they lined up. And it kind of doesn't give it a perfect circle shape, and I honestly prefer that. I feel like it has more character. And now I'm just copy-pasting the line art because we're going to do multiple iterations, and there's actually going to be more than this. And here I'm doing that gray effect again, where I don't have to worry about going outside the line, where I put an alpha lock on the layers, what I forgot to mention earlier. But that just makes sure that you're only coloring within what was drawn on that layer. And here I'm doing different coat colors for different cats. The first one is actually based off my cat, and there's a color point. Anyways, we're not going with that one. And the second one, I did an orange tabby, and I tried to include some stripes and try to really simplify it, because tabby cats have like millions of stripes. So I pared it down to just 3 on the forehead, and later I did 3 on the tail. And I'm also exploring different colors for her outfit, seeing what goes good together. I'm really just throwing random stuff in the wall and seeing what sticks. Some of them work, some of them don't. And here, I got a tuxedo cat, I got a Russian blue, I got a calico. I love cats, if you couldn't tell. And here I've got a mackerel gray. There you see the 3 stripes on the tail, which I will implement later. I actually like the outfit on this one. It's very neutral. I feel like it fit with the cottagecore vibes. And here I've got another mackerel gray with some white spots, and I started thinking, well, some cats have 2 different eye colors, so I tried incorporating that for a couple of them. So I did that for that one, and then I did another orange tabby with more white coloring, and then a white cat, just exploring different colors. And you could see the 2 color eye effect back in the mix. And then I just do some final edits and tweaks, and an important thing that I did here was that I labeled each iteration. So that just helps everyone, when I bring back this version, and they can pick out, oh, I like G, I like A, I don't really like D. And it's just super helpful, and it's just an organized way to go about designing. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to subscribe to the Pencilish Studios YouTube channel.